How's everybody doing? I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News. Good evening to everyone. Really important information regarding, oh my God, man, this is getting this is getting really fun by the moment now, and we need to understand what is happening behind the scenes so you guys can understand what we are going through. Really what we are going through in terms of attacks and slandering by activists, by organizations, by lawyers, and also by other organizations, and how all is coming together. Really, it's real funny how all is coming together. All of it is coming together, and I needed to do this video because every journalist, every independent reporter, and every person does this kind of videos to evidence what is going on, referring to the attacks that every single citizen of the United States and Mexico has been receiving by a socialist group, by a leftist group, by a so-called liberal group, by Antifa group, by whatever group. And it all goes back, really, I need to explain and elaborate a little bit. I was doing a Spanish video right now. I'm really excited to be doing Spanish again. I stopped doing it in Spanish because I moved from another page to this one. So I was waiting for people to start yawning and start, demanding more the Spanish. Now they're demanding it more. So I'm really excited to go back and do with my people, Spanish. This is it's going to be like an hour long video for those people that want to join me At the final, we're going to talk about a little bit of the caravan that is coming the 1st of August. And also tell you details if we talk to Carlos over there in Tapachula. How are they handling this threat of another caravan that is coming in the 1st of August? Really important information for you guys to develop. First of all, I want to get a few things off my chest. And these are really important things that you guys should know of why they're blocking me and why they're trying to block me from me working and so-called, in a matter of time, it's been like it's all about money now. It's so funny. Wow, they have made it into that bubble that it makes everybody think that it's all about that, but it's not. And I want to address and develop the whole scenario. And I'm just going halfway. I'm going to do another program where I'm going to expose how the tree goes by which person and which individuals and how they all work together. They all work together in the same system to damage people that they're giving out the news. And they're saying the reality and the truth of what is happening with this open migration and this influx of migrants. It is really important to you guys to listen, not only to this program, but to the other one that is coming, that I will have full evidence. A pyramid, thank you so much. Full evidence on how all of these people are working together to damage a person. It is so, and it is the question that I want to ask, and I will ask this question, and in every moment that I'm talking. Why are you trying to damage a person that lives in Mexico? Why are you trying to damage a person that is a Tijuana citizen? Do you guys never ask your question? You never ask that question in your head? Why are these trolls and these leftists and these liberals so emphasized on one guy that is me in Tijuana? Why are they not emphasized another journalist from Tijuana? And why a Mexican citizen? If you're trolls by the U.S., that all of them are in the U.S., why are they emphasizing only on one person? That is me. Why? Why? And it is so important for you guys to know that it is a pyramid. In this pyramid, we are investigating. We have now a private investigator. We have all these stuff that we have going on so we can expose that. Because we are trying to work. Really, we're trying to work. And we are not being interfered because, have you guys seen, I haven't stopped. I haven't stopped. And I'm not going to stop. I'm going to continue to do news. News after news after news after news after news. News. Just news. News. And I'm not referring to a particular, personality on Facebook. I don't care. This is about activists and organizations of nonprofit that they're attacking me right now. It's okay. I really don't care, really. These organizations think that they're going to hurt me with a little video here and there. Really, I don't care. These nonprofit organizations and these lawyers. But I want to open up about two subjects. First of all, I just had a long talk with the Mexican audience, telling them how embarrassing that was, taking down the American flag and putting the Mexican flag in there. It was just so embarrassing, really embarrassing as a Mexican citizen. And as I said so in a video that we talked about this week, you don't represent me. You're not a Mexican citizen. You're not a Mexican citizen. You're not. You don't celebrate the Day of Independence on the 16th of September over here with me. You don't represent the 68 million that are suffering without medical care over here. You don't represent the 60 million that are suffering in poverty. The 28 million in critical condition. You don't represent the 1.9 million kids abandoned in the streets over here in Mexico. You don't represent the 9 million without educational resources to go to school. You don't represent that. You don't represent peace, purity, ideals, and the red on our flag that is dying, the people that have died for our country. You don't represent that. You represent an embarrassment and a disgrace to our country. It is because of people like you that they take down a flag as America and put a Mexican flag on top, that they have a perception of Mexicans that we are destroying another country. When there's a lot of Mexicans, thousands of Mexicans in the United States that they want to do things right, that they want to work, that they work on the fields, that they work on the streets, that they work gardening, that they do hard work. And you put that shame on all those people. You put your name on pulling down a flag that is the flag that is giving you to eat. The flag, the United States country, that is giving you food for you, for your children, and for your family. And you put that flag down and put mine on when you're not doing anything about my country over here. You're not doing anything for my country. Not even 1 cent. You're over there eating McDonald's, eating a double-double at Carl's Jr. when you got kids starving over here. And you want to pull down a flag and put up another one? You don't represent me. You don't represent me. Not even 1 centimeter. 1 millimeter. Nothing. You don't represent me absolutely nothing. You're a disgrace. And not only that, you take the image of this great man, Emiliano Zapata. That for everybody to know, Emiliano Zapata fought in Mexico. In Mexico. For the poverty of the indigenous and for the poverty of people and in the injustice of the government of Mexico. These organizations and these activists, they're taking people like that and putting them as their standard, as what they represent. You don't represent that. You're not in the mountains helping the indigenous. You're not over here helping the Mexican people. You're over there putting fake images and telling that you are a Zapatista when you're not. You're a disgrace to that name. I hope that the real Zapatistas that they are in Morelos and in Equilco when he was born, they don't hear you, his heritage. And when they see you putting that image on the United States, on whatever activism, because if you're doing activism in the United States, it's from the United States. It's not activism of Mexico in the United States. Get that through your head. It's activism for the world. Get that through your head. Stop saying all those things about equal rights. Activism in your country. Don't use images of great people that they fought for their country and now you're using them on another country. It's an embarrassment. Disgrace. I did a video, share it if you guys want to share it or not. I did a video, and that video is talking about, how it's a disgrace for them. And I explain our colors of our flag, and I explain our symbol. I explain everything. It is really an embarrassment. What they did is an embarrassment. And I'm, on behalf of not me, because I'm Mexican, but they don't represent me. I feel so sorry for the people that they live over there. I feel so sorry for the people that they're Mexican and they live in that country. And they're like, damn, man, that is not us, man. Why are you pulling the flag down and putting the other? Why are you doing that, man? That is a sign of conquer, a sign of war. They're really stupid. Congratulations, activists, Mexican or Mexican-American activists. Congratulations. You did a really stupid thing. You don't represent me. Just by the way, FYI, just to get it in through your head, you're really stupid and you don't represent me. Just FYI, just to get it into your head. You don't represent that beautiful flag that I got in the back. And that guy, that is my idol. Yes, it is. I'm calling it out. Yes, it is. People asking me, is he your idol? Yes, it is. Because he represents Mexico. Not in the United States. Mexico. He represents Mexico. My culture, my land, my country. Even presidents, when they go out on the speech on the government palace, Viva Zapata, they say. Imagine that. It's unbelievable how how these people are authorized to do all these kind of things. It's really unbelievable. But the most important thing that I want to tell you guys is a thing that it started happening. It's a thing that started happening with me. And it's really curious how it's developing now into a habit for everybody to do. It's really curious for everybody to do a habit. Now, these liberals and all these leftist Democrats, they started attacking me. When I started doing abusados, remember when I started doing my first broadcast for all the people that didn't know, I started doing only Spanish and then I started breaking into English. So when I started doing English, I'm sorry. Man, I'm sorry. When I started doing English, I started getting attacked. And you were like, okay, who? And when I started doing it, specifically when I started doing English, I started getting attacked. And there was only like 5 or 6 profiles. The same ones. All the time. All the time. And they changed their name. Now their last name is their first name. And now their first name is their last name. So I started getting attacked. Bah, 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 bah. And I was about to leave it. I'm like, man, I'm not going to do English anymore, man. This sucks. They're really disrespectful audience. I was not getting that in the Spanish audience. But I talked to a guy and they're like, they want you to do that. They don't want you to open your mouth. Do it. So I'm like, I'm doing it and I'm not stopping now. So I started doing it and I started getting more attacked. And then, are you buzzed? No, I'm drinking coffee right there. Look. There you go. Coffee. It's coffee. I'm not buzzed. It's 1 o'clock in the evening, man. I'm gonna get buzzed. After I started getting attacked, look what happened. I'm developing all this subject because it goes all to some explanation that I'm going to tell you that is really important for you guys to hear what we are going through. And they started getting to me, right? In groups. Sending me stuff. Being really nice. Women, all women, being really nice. And all these things. And attacking me in groups. So when they have the evidence, they will explode. They're like, we got you. We got you. So that's how they play and that's how they attack in groups. And it's exactly 5 or 6 profiles that is the same that they've been working for 8 or 9 months against me. 8 or 9 months attacking. And it's kind of funny how all of those profiles are tied to other organizations. And how they all work together. They're really organized. They are really organized. And they're organized to separate your movement. I'm not in the United States. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm in the middle. They are really organized to divide your movement. That is their purpose. To divide the movement of the United States. Divide patriotism. Divide conservatives. Divide the message. Divide this, divide that. That is their purpose. They get paid for that, man. They get paid for that. You should get a real job. I had a real job. Now this is my job. Informing people. Exposing. And for all those people that are saying, I got a bachelor's degree, for everybody to know. I don't brag about it, but I got it right here. And in broadcasting. So I know what I'm doing. I started getting attacked real bad at first. Then it laid off. But they were waiting for me to slip so they can jump on it again. And even they made a little group that was called Abusado con los Abusadores. They made a little group. I'm talking just about me. Talking just about me. Just about me. That was it. That was their subject. Just talking about me and finding out the truth. Because it's about the truth. We need to expose. That's their argument all the time. You're just afraid that we're telling the truth. You just block us. You're just afraid of... Let me tell you how I block people. Why I started doing that. Before, when I was in Abusados, if you go back to my videos, and you will listen, everybody used to say, Oscar, block this person, please. Block this person. I'm like, I'm not going to block anybody. I'm not going to block anybody. But after they started insulting, that is really different. Constructive criticism than insulting. It's really different. They're going in another pages and attacking and then going over here and trying to help. It's really different. That's why there's people now, moderators, that I want to say thank you so much to all my moderators. They're excellent. Excellent moderators. Thank you so much. But they go and attack. They play the part and then they come back. They play the part and they come back. So all those people, how in the hell do you want me to just continue? No, it's just illogical for me to just say, it's okay. You're insulting me, but you don't want me to retaliate. Or if I retaliate, if I say something back, now you're getting slandered because of me. So that is kind of like the liberal attitude. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like the Democrat attitude that everybody now knows that they play the victim all the time. All the time they play the victim. That is the liberal Democrat attitude. So I started getting attacked in Abusados. They did a little group. And all these profiles, they've been attacking me now for more than 9 months, people. They're my biggest fans, really. They are my biggest fans. It's exactly the same profiles. Exactly the same names. For more than 9 months. Amazing. Amazing. I will talk about Puerto Rico in a second. Amazing. Amazing. Same profiles. And it is amazing how all of those profiles, as we are doing an investigative report, because we're going to have, a show where I'm going to put a pyramid of how it's all tied up. And how it's so illogical. Again, I'm going to repeat this again. How they're attacking a Tijuana citizen. Why are they not attacking people from the United States? Do you ever got that on your mind? Do you ever got that on your mind? Oh, because he plays with women and he's going to pay. Do you ever got that on your mind other than that? Leave it alone. Let it go. They don't let it go. But do you ever got that on your mind? Why they don't attack people from the United States? Why they're attacking only a person from Mexico? Attacking, because that is attacking. For me, it's just talk. For them, it's attacking. But it's not illogical. There's people from Mexico that they're interfering with their process, with their liberal process. It is that. They're interfering with their liberal process. This guy, let's say that he's doing a horrible job, he's uneducated, and this, and that, and let's just attack. He's discovering too much. And it's been journalists, a really high quality journalists over here, that I don't compare myself to them because they're really high quality journalists. They've been around the block for more than 20 years. And they left the subject alone, the immigration subject in Tijuana, they left it alone. You know why? Because it's too demanding. 1, dangerous. 2, but the most important one, 3, they're going to get attacked. 3, and not by trolls by the United States, no, by coyotes and all that stuff that we know how to get around it. Because we're born in the streets. But those people over there, they don't attack the top-notch journalists. They're only attacking and they're emphasizing on one person only. Why me? It is so illogical. And it's always the same profiles. And the most important thing that I want to tell you guys is that all these profiles are connected to one specific part. One. Hollywood. They're all connected to that. All of those profiles. They think that we don't know. We know. They're all connected to that. Hollywood. And all of those profiles, they love Antifa. Love Antifa. All of them. All of them profiles, they love Antifa. And I remember where all these problems started. Man, I remember. I was at the shelter Contra Viento y Marea. And I confronted an activist. He was like 6'3", man. 6'3", 6'4". Big guy. White guy. Big activist. White guy. And I confronted him. And I told him, because he was taking pictures of the bottom of a federal police officer. And I told him, why are you taking pictures of a federal officer? And he told me, it's none of your business. I'm like, what the hell? Hold on a second. I'm like, wait, am I in America right now? I'm like, where? Did I cross illegally right now to the States? Am I okay? Who you talking about is not my business. You're in my city. You're in my country. You respect this Constitution right here. You're the one that is supposed to talk to me. I'm not the one that is supposed to be talking to you. You give me reasons. I'm not supposed to give you explanations. After I confronted that guy, next day, I was in the Antifa pages with their leader, Ivan Duke, saying to every single organization that I'm a fascist, that I'm a nationalist, that I'm a homophobe, that I'm a xenophobe, that I'm all the phobes. So, I'm like, I did not know that being a nationalist, brown, and loving my country and my flag, it was bad. But how come you didn't wake up at this moment before, Oscar? What happened to you? I've always been a lover of Zapata. And it's never too late to start. It's like education. When you go to school, it's never late to graduate. It's never late to go to school. It's never late to learn another language. It's never late to do the best things that you want to do in your life. And that happened to me. It's never late. So I started getting a lot of information. And because I'm Mexican and I get the liberty to get around, these young activists, they think that I'm always riding alone. I'm not. I'm not riding alone all the time. I will tell you that. There's always here and there, far away, but they're there. Far away, but they're always watching. I never said that. And it's not a threat. But it's just for you guys to know that I'm not always alone. Really, I'm not. So there's other nationalists that they are against all these incredible activism that you guys are doing over here. But all these organizations, is real funny how they're all connected. They're all connected because something happened 2 days ago. And immediately somebody else made a video. And immediately some, activists are watching our pages. So it's so funny how all of them are connected right here in Tijuana. All of them. And they think that it's legal what they're doing. That is the most amazing thing that they got in their brains. That they think that it's okay for them to be doing what they're doing. So these 5, 6 profiles that they've been constantly attacking, it's so funny how they're all tied up to Hollywood. A lot of them. And a lot of them are Antifa lovers. Man, they are Antifa lovers, man. Whoo! A lot of them. Amazing. Amazing. And how all of them are for the same purpose. That is destroying your movement. These people think that I'm in the United States. I'm not. But why? You want to constantly harass me. That I don't care, really. As you just saw, I'm going to keep on moving and moving and moving and moving and working and working and working. Because that is all we do. We work every day. So I want to tell you guys what happened. What takes me to this conclusion of all these people, because it's really important for you guys to know that the way they want to affect me is because they think that for me, it's all about money. It's all about contributions. And it's all about donations. A lot of them think that. But no, the main priority of this guy and of these people are to block, because they know that I'm dedicating myself 100% to freelancing now. And our work is valued by the contributions of the people. So what they're doing now is affecting my entrance. So I will stop working. And I will stop messaging. And I will stop exposing. And I will stop on my mission. And I will stop showing. And I will stop saying. They don't know that I got another little job on my side and I make my little money. Late at night, right here on the computer. They don't know that. But it's really amazing how these people are working together. And I will tell you what happened. Tell you what happened. How this just developed. On Friday, I went to a particular shelter. I'm not going to say the name of the shelter, and I'm not going to say the name of the organization. I went to a particular shelter to go in, and they did not let me in. And I will be honest with you, this is what happened. I got there, and I talked to one of the people that it was in charge, and they told me, you can't come in because child services is right there right now. So I'm like, all right. I can't go in. But there was a piece of land on the side and it was empty. And she was starting explaining, you know what? They're going to bring a school bus that is going to be for kids and all this stuff. So I'm like, oh, that's great. Because the kids is not their fault of the irresponsibility of the parents. The kids is not their fault. So I look at the land and I look at the empty land and, let me bring the person in charge. So I talked to the person in charge. Even I did a video with him. So I told them, hey, I'll go back on Monday and I will do a coverage. Immediately, they call me on my phone and they're like, hey, you know what, sir? This is the person in charge. They told me, it's too much journalists now. In the shelter, you're not allowed to come in. Maybe later, after in a far time, you're allowed. But in the shelter, you're not allowed. So I told her, yeah, it's okay. It's all right. I'm not allowed. It's all right. But I will do a coverage on Monday on the school bus. And she's like, yes, go ahead. Okay. I came on Monday. I came into the land. There was this young lady that is in charge of this school bus. And she approached me and she's like, please, no Trump message, no hatred message. I'm like, no, I'm just going to do a coverage. Okay, then. So I started broadcasting right there, doing a coverage. I even did a couple of interviews with a couple of people from Portland. Really nice guys, really. They're really nice guys, although they're Antifa or whatever. I don't know if they're Antifa or not. They were saying that, yes, it's collided with some other guy right here and not over there. So I don't really care, really. But they were really nice people at the moment. And I went inside the bus, I did some recording on the kids, and everybody was doing recording of the kids. Everybody. So even the lady in charge, I told him, can you give me 1 minute of your time? She's like, yes. So she was really nice. She did an interview. After that, we got out of the land. We, walked around, and it was Univision and all these freelancers. So they were going inside the shelter. So I'm like, apparently it's open for everybody. Apparently it was open for everybody. So I went in the shelter, and there she was again, the lady that I never had met in my life, the person in charge of the shelter. And she's like, this is the funny thing. She's like, oh, you're the guy that I told you that I didn't want you to come in. So like, we never met. We never met. But they knew who I was. And I was like, yeah. And like, well, you're not allowed here. Okay, let me get out. In the live video, I said, okay, let me get out of the shelter. In the live video, you can hear it in Spanish. I said, I'm sorry, I apologize. It's because Univision is right here and all these journalists are right here. So I apologize. I will go. I'm sorry. I don't want to disrespect you really in no way. She goes like, no. The only thing that I want you to understand is we respect each other. Yes, I'm sorry. It's because I thought that it was open for everybody. And it was because this gigantic event. And I left the day that you told me you didn't want to come in, that I was not allowed to go in the shelter. But I left, but right now, because it's old, there's a bunch of journalists and a bunch of, people right here. And it's an open area outside. And I'm entitled to report outside on Article 6 and 7 of the Constitution, and I'm not trespassing because you let me in the property, and even you gave me an interview, and all the people right there, they were really nice and gave me interviews. And also, not only that, but the property owner was not there, although you rent the property, but there was no security right there so they could tell me you're not allowed in, Oscar. But I was right there, and I walked in, and you told me, it's okay to record, and everybody was real nice, and we were starting shaking hands, and you told me that you would give me an interview. So it was not trespassing at all. So I went in there and I said, you know what? I will leave right now. I'm going to leave. So she's like, no, hear this out, because they're going to try to edit a video. Hear this out. She said, no, you can stay. But let it be the last time. She said, no, you can stay. And I said, no, I will go. I don't want to be uncomfortable over here. So what happened? I got out of the shelter. I walked outside. I went to buy a bottle of water. I talked to an immigrant right there. I was telling him, hey, you know what? You need to, it's going to take a long time. It was a Mexican immigrant. I told him, there's really little possibilities of you guys getting the asylum. Please, try to live over here in Tijuana. It's better than Michoacan or Guerrero, all those places. Try to make a life over here. And even before I left, I said goodbye to her. I told her goodbye, and I'm sorry. I apologize again. I apologize. And she said, no, okay, está bien. Okay, don't worry, it's all good. I got into my car. I left. Apparently, I got a message from WhatsApp because I gave people my card. And I got a message from WhatsApp saying, from this lady that is in charge of this organization, saying, Mr. Oscar Ramirez, is this you? I said, how you doing, Miss La La La? Yes, this is me. It's a pleasure to talk to you. What can I help you with? She goes, well, I just sent you a couple of emails, and the emails, I sent you a couple of emails, so you might read them, and you get back to me before 8 o'clock at night. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, what is the email about? She's like, well, we are requesting you to eliminate the 2 videos that you made on your social media, that is YouTube and Facebook, eliminate the 2 videos, or you will get a restraining order. I'm like, hold on a second. I started laughing when I heard. I'm like, okay, an American woman that is from the United States is telling me in my own land, in my own city, that I'm going to get a restraining order because she's saying that I was trespassing the property. Look at this. Now look at the illogical thing about this. If you're trespassing the property, and when you're trespassing, you might as well understand that when you're trespassing, people are going to get mad. They're going to tell you get out, and you just trespass. Like the thing that happened to Ben Berquam, that they are accusing him of trespassing. So that is trespassing, or I don't know if it is not or yes. But if you're in another property and it's not your property, and you're trespassing without a permit. So I went in the land. There was no security. There was no fence. There was nothing. And it was a public event for everybody to see. But it was not a public event for me. So I got in there, and the first reaction, if I was trespassing, they should have told me, get out. There's no interviews for you. Get out. But because I exposed who was there, and believe me, what you guys are doing with your bus is unbelievable. It's great. The message about helping kids, phenomenal. You should help. I don't know if that organization helps kids over there in the United States, but it does. If it does help kids in the United States and you help kids over here, that is great, which I haven't seen you before the influx of caravan. That is the only detail that I had, that you are coming now because there's a really crisis, but you don't know that there's 1.9 million children abandoned right here in Tijuana, and that bus, it can go to a lot of places over here in Tijuana and help Mexican children. But apparently, I went in there and you gave me an interview, and also in the video I asked you, do you have a minute of your time? And you said yes. And I asked you questions, and we had a great conversation, a great interview. And also I had interviews with the other couple of guys that they were from Portland, really good guys, really. And also I had an interview with, I believe that was it. But because I caught few of you guys working together, that believe me, swear to God, I didn't know who everybody was. I didn't know who I was walking around with, really. I did not know anything. I didn't even know who you were, really. Really, I didn't know who you were. But apparently, it caught off. It got to you. So you put a restraining order in another country that is, believe me, is not going to be your restraining order. It's going to be the shelter's restraining order. Because I'm being honest. Yes, I went inside the shelter, but it's on video that she says you can stay. That's the other thing that you forgot. It's on video that it says that you can stay. So the curious thing about this is that how immediately they get triggered. How immediately they get triggered. No, it's not freezing. Get out and go in because everybody's commentating. How immediately they get triggered. And I didn't do anything. I was just holding a coverage. So apparently now they want to put a restraining order on me. And not only that, on the next day, that is really amazing. On the next day or a couple of days later, I think that it was next day or a couple of days later. I don't know. Immediately, this organization from lawyers from Al Otro Lado, this young lady, that she is supposedly really smart, Nicole Ramos, she makes a video that I recently posted on my page. She makes a video about us, specifically 4 people. There's a teacher that is really important, that it has that it has been involved in, and it has been involved in the movement and investigating al otro lado. 2, Cindy Gomez Shemp. She mentions Cindy. 3, she mentions Anthony. And 4, she mentions me. Why me? Why a Mexican citizen? Why you're so concerned about a Tijuana citizen? Why? Why you are so concerned about me? Because supposedly I've been accusing you of fake marriages. We have proof for that. We have proof. Also, there was the migrant. We have proof in the Agape shelter. Also, you're collided and working with a person that supposedly kidnapped a 12-year-old kid. His name is Carlos. 2. That's 2. 2 strikes. And Punch Out, you're working illegally in my country. That is a reality. That is a reality. There's no volunteering. My God, man, what kind of volunteers you got? Really hardcore volunteers that they wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. They cross from the states over here because if they live over here, I want to know what kind of social status they got and what kind of immigration status they have to be living over here legally. Also, if they don't live over here, if they're coming from the states to over here, they wake up at 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, they go to the asylum seeker line, and then they cross back without receiving a paycheck. That is truly amazing. That is unbelievable. And also, if you're working, where's your work visa? Where is it? And you're saying that we are attacking you. No, you're not. No, we are not. If you would have done things right, and if all these people that they get triggered when I go, a Tijuana citizen that has more rights than you, because I'm from here, and I'm a Mexican citizen. And I will read you right now, Article 6 and 7 of my Constitution regarding freedom of speech and journalism in English. You cannot prevent the liberty of opinions, information, and ideas through whatever social media or whatever way. You cannot restrain the right, or also between indirect social media such as phones and cameras, and paper as newspapers, and also radio shows and equipment that it will give diffusion of information to other media. You cannot prevent communication and also prevent the circulation of ideas and opinions. No law or authority can establish censorship and take away the liberty of diffusion, that it doesn't have limits on the first paragraph of Article 6. Article 6, where are you? The manifestation, Article 6, of ideas, it will not be an object to apply an administrative sanction. Although if you attack morally, that I didn't do, and I threatened the life of somebody that I didn't do, or I hurt third people's rights that I didn't do, or provoked a crime that I did not do, or an alteration of the public that I didn't do either. The right of information is guaranteed from the state. My Constitution. You forgot to read my Constitution. You forgot to read that. And I never was disrespectful to nobody in your place. You forgot to understand that the public is free of opinion. That if they want an opinion, whatever they want about the feed, they can do so. It's really, I can control it later, and I can moderate the comments, and I can block the comments so they won't damage your program. That I don't want to do that. Really, I don't. This goes directed to this organizations from lawyers. Listen up. You want me to stop. First, the organization with the bus. Look, lady, with all due respect, young lady, it was never my intentions to go over there and damage your program. Really, it was not. But I will be honest with you. I believe in first is your country. First is the poverty and your children. And it's on your freedom to come and help whatever you want. And it's a beautiful program that you got. But I'm exercising my Article 6 and 7 on my own live feed that is saying that I prefer these programs for all the children of Tijuana, not specific immigrant children, that I will prefer that. And I'm not damaging your program. I applaud your program. Although whatever it's funded, I don't care, because you had a long tail that you got that a lot of people want to step on. And however you got the funds, and if the funds are there and not there, that is not my problem. And if you don't want me around your bus, it would have been real easy to tell me, I don't want you around my bus. And I won't be around your bus if it isn't a private property. But you have to, don't forget that you're in another city, in another country. And people from this city and from this country have the majority of rights. Mexican Constitution. I never damaged no children. And then you threaten me by saying that you have letters now by the two journalists that gave me an interview, that they're complaining about me being there, and the parents, that there were kids right there. But you got Univision, Telemundo, Univision, and all these other journalists right there recording. I hope that you're giving them the letters too, because I'm exercising my right without trespassing that you gave me access. So go ahead, really go ahead. I will continue with my independent reporting and show the world how this immigration issue is fabricated, and it is a crisis implemented by the United Nations. It is what it is. And also going back to this lady that I'm surprised, really. She was the one that messaged me after I went to their offices to record outside that I can go. Let me tell you one thing. Just so you know. This goes out to all of you guys that they work on that building, because you guys work on that building. Al otro lado, they works on that building on the right there on La Línea. You guys work there. Let me tell you, I haven't gone back because I don't want you to be thinking that I'm on you. I'm on you all the time. You're not that relevant for me. What is more relevant is the crisis of people that it is provoking this influx of migrants. That's why I haven't gone back. Really, your building is not relevant for me. Really, it's not. What is more important is why they're damaging people and why their people are suffering in an asylum seeker line when you got activists that they're telling them it's going to be okay. There's not going to be no problem. You're going to get a chance in the United States when they're not. When they're lying. The United States is not giving asylum right now. And then you give up a number that you're saying that 40% of the people that they're right here are the 40% are Mexicans that they're seeking asylum. For God's sake, whenever you want to, we can go to every shelter and count. Let's go to every shelter and count how many people from South America, Central America, Africa, Asia, and Middle East. And let's check not only that, let's check also the private hotels. Because you're thinking about shelters. Let's go to private hotels. Private rooms, they already know where they're renting. Let's go to that. And let's do a census of how many immigrants from Mexico, they have money to pay a private room. It's not 40% of Mexicans asking for the asylum. I know that there's a lot of people from Mexico asking for the asylum. The only thing that I'm asking you and all these activists is do things right. You want me to leave you alone? Do things right. You want me to stop? Do things right. You want me to shut up my mouth and just report about the situation that is happening? Do things right. That's the only thing I'm asking you. Just received a call. I'm sorry. I just received a call. Do things right. You want me to stop? Do things right. You know, out of the 3 activists that they were right there, well, there were 4. The 4 activists, the guy that got arrested, and there was this woman, and there was this other guy that, you know, he's accused over here of trafficking of a 12-year-old. But there was this other guy. That other guy, he's smart. I will tell you that. That activist, he's smart. He's smart. I've been reading his comments on my page, and I've been reading how he speaks. I think that he's smart. And I think that kind of people are the ones that you can just have a conversation without yelling and without being accused and without me accusing you and without me attacking you and without you attacking me. Those are the kind of activists that you can have a conversation and see and tell them, look, man, this is what is going on right here. This is what it looks bad. This is what is going through. And this is what all the people that are really mad. You guys do things right over here. And I will stop. I will stop, really. And all these organizations from lawyers that they are attacking right now, because the video that you did, you just put out my name out there for people to say, you know what, I'm a really bad person. Because a nationalist in Mexico, I'm a brown guy, for God's sake. Nicole, look at me. Look at my skin. Also, because you're brown doesn't mean that you're a racist. Come on. I'm 100% blood Mexican. Blood, 100% blood Mexican. So if I'm a nationalist, it doesn't mean, in the United States, they categorize nationalism as KKK. They categorize nationalism as extreme racism. They categorize in the States nationalism as really bad people that hate other people. Over here, nationalism, your contrast that you're using over there in your opinions that you're using of nationalism in the States, it doesn't qualify over here. Really, it doesn't. It doesn't. Because we do nationalism as to defending the people and the poverty over here. And exposing how they're not putting emphasis on our people. You guys need to understand that we've been lied to. And I've been lied to. I'm 38 years old. Since I was born, I've never seen a good president in my life. They have been stealing from us, lying to us, violating and raping our women all the time. And taking advantage and trafficking in the cartels are the ones that have the control of all our country. You guys don't live over here. Only one activist that has been living here for a little while. Need to understand and need to get through your head that first is the 60 million in poverty over here. Second is the 68 million without medical care. Third is the 28 million in critical condition. Fourth is the 1.9 million abandoned children. And 5 is the 9 million that they are without educational resources, money to go to school. Add that up, that I already told you that Tijuana is the #1 city in the world for violence and delinquency. We got 4 cities on the top 5, 5 on the top 10, and 15 on the top 50. Add that on women homicides, we are #3 in the world. On trafficking of children, we are #5 in the world. On clandestine cemeteries, we are #2 in the world. I know there's problems in Guatemala and Salvador and in Honduras. But by God, man, you don't got the same problems that we got. I will tell you that. You don't have the same problems that we got. I will tell you that. And they're using Mexico as a trampoline to get to the States, where it's really impossible to get there. Push those people to the 154 countries that they signed the pact. I know the story about the United States, supposedly, and I need to read about it because I need to go back. There was a guy. He was almost in his 60s. He told me, you need to understand how the United States invaded Honduras and Guatemala, and they took away all their resources, all the minerals and all that stuff, and they've been doing that for the rest of the time. Okay, all right. Just listen to what you're saying. You need to understand what Honduras, El Salvador, and Guatemala have been having problems with the United States since the 70s or 80s, that they've been taking away their minerals. That's what you said. And all the resources. I will ask you one question. What does Mexico have to do with it? Why my country is in the middle? Why we had to pay for the dirty plates of another people's politics? Article 33 of the Constitution. A foreigner cannot come to our country and bring politics from another country. That is your activism. And that is all these people that they're saying, fuera Juan Orlando. That's your politics in my country. What does my country have to do with all that? Why this government and this government don't resolve their situations without touching my country? Why? Just answer me that question. Why is my country in the middle? You must understand, I don't like socialism. I'm not for socialism. I'm not for open borders. And Mexico is never going to be a socialist country. Mexico is never going to be a socialist country. I will tell you that. It's a really conservative country. Old values, old school. You can laugh about it with the conservative stuff. But the majority of the families are really conservative. And Mexico is not going to be a socialist country. And if you try to make that, all of you people, America, to me, the United States of America, to be a socialist country, man, that is going to be the worst decision that you guys never going to make. Because it's never going to be a socialist country. Also. So I want to surround all that I'm telling you guys, but being accused by this lady that I think that she's really smart, but I don't know what's going on with her really, because I don't know if you feel threatened really by me, that I'm an insignificant reporter, an independent reporter. You're really important. You have a gigantic office and you got workers with you. You call them volunteers. But you're concerned about me that you mentioned my name out of your mouth. And then the other lady tried to put a restraining order on me, on my country. Come on. When you gave me access. And then you got activism. There's only one of them that is really smart, that I think that he's smart. And I can sit down and say, you know what, man? Do this, man. Do this. Do this. Don't do that, man. You know, don't coach the immigrants. Don't tell them how. And if you're not doing that, prove it to everybody that you're not doing that. Don't hide. Don't hide. And do things right. That's the only thing I'm asking. And how it comes all together. Do you see how it comes all together? How all these 5 fake profiles that they've been attacking me since I started 8 or 9 months ago. No, more than 9 months now. Octubre, noviembre, diciembre, enero, febrero, marzo, abril, mayo, junio, julio. 10 months. Now 10 months. Since I started 10 months now. How all these 10 months, people, of these fake profiles harassing me. If this 5 or 6 profiles for 10 months, they've been watching all that I do, who's the sick one? I want to expose. We want to expose the truth. It's because we want to expose. You're a con. You're a con. We want to expose. This is the truth. They're blocking us. They don't want to be exposed the truth. That is what it is. That's what the left does. I memorize all your speech. Man, I memorize all your speech. I can go on. I can put a recorder right here. He's a con. His dad's left. He's a con. Dad's left. Videos. All women. Takes advantage. Blah, blah. He's a con. He's blah. He's blah. Let me get my notes. I know. But imagine this, people. 10 months harassing me and I haven't given up. 10 months trying, because they're trying. Really, they're trying. 10 months. For 10 months, they've been harassing. On every page, publishing, steals and he does and this and that. I hate him and all that. 10 months of that. And now, all of a sudden, everybody come together right now over me. And not only that, you're harassing people. You're harassing the fans, the followers. Sending videos, explicit videos. And calling lawyers. Calling lawyers that we work, that we are faithful to each other because we've been honest to each other. Calling them and telling them, oh, you know what? He's really bad. I just went to TJ and he's horrible. We got evidence, and it's the same evidence all the time. And how that is collided with all these people. All these groups is a bottle of snow. Is a ball of snow that is so big now that is going to explode one day. It's unbelievable. It's incredible. But I'm continuing, people. I haven't stopped. I haven't stopped. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop. I'm not. Which I'm not. Why I'm not going to stop? Because until we get out of the United Nations Pact and we understand, and you guys understand, that there's a crisis in my country before you guys started coming, before you guys started, with your activism in our country, before 10, 15, 20, 30 years, man. Since I was a young kid. You guys need to understand that there's a crisis in our country. And first, my country needs to resolve that crisis and be on a priority. Then when that is understandable, and when you guys are transparent with everybody, then everything is going to be okay. In the meantime, keep putting the restraining, whatever. Keep putting out videos with your lawyer. And, activism, do what you have to do. And fake profiles, continue. We're right here. We're not going anywhere. All for this. For this right here. All for that. All for that. For this. All for this. This is much stronger than every video, that every restraining order, that every troll. Is because of this that you're not going to beat me. Try. Expose. Do what you have to do. Continue to work. Continue to expose. Always your country first. Always. Always. You guys are wrong. And if I'm wrong, when I'm there, approach me. Don't be afraid. I'm not gonna throw a bottle at you. I'm not gonna put the phone in your face. Just be like that. Can I talk to you for 1 minute? Can you put your phone down and just put attention to me so you can listen? Why are we here? Can you tell me why are we? Can you tell me why are you being like this? And I will tell you, this is my point of view, man. I'm fighting for our Mexican people. You're fighting for what? For humanity? Yes. Okay. I got to fight for these people first. And then fight for all these people, for all these people. After I see my people and I see Mexico doing good, I can then later say, where's the Honduras people? I want to help them. You're good. Yes, you're good. You're good. You're good. Yes. Let's go and help another country. But right now, I try to help my people. It's exactly like America. United States of America has a homeless problem. Yesterday, my partner Anthony was showing you guys a video about homeless people living on the streets of El Paso. And it was, look at this. You guy with the oatmeal. You, the activist with the oatmeal. Hear me out. Hear me out. Look at this. He asked them, I want to bring you guys pizzas. And all the homeless American people said, we don't want pizza. We want water. We want water. We don't want food. We want water. Imagine that. I'm not saying nothing about you helping out people over here. Come on. Your people are suffering also. It's exactly like me. If I could cross to the United States, that I can't. But if I could cross to the United States, I can easily go back and forth and help both countries. I will be a beast, man. An animal I will be. Helping there, helping over here, helping here, over here, helping there, over here. First thing, go to Tent City. Go to Tent City. Get sponsors for water. Ba, 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 ba. Try to find them a job. Push them a car. Whatever. You got an addiction. Try to find them a program. Like over here, they need to start doing. In our government. Find them programs for homeless. Find them programs for drug addictions. All these people that living in the canal. Try to build a mom and pop business right there so they can get a second chance in life. But you got all these people that are arriving right now from Africa that I don't got nothing against them, but they're wearing a better shoes than I am. Yesterday I was with one of them. I'm like, damn man, that is a nice shoes that you got right there. What? Because they're running away from asylum, they don't have the need to be wearing some nice shoes. That is not the explanation. When you hear asylum seeking, is because you're running away from fear of getting killed or poverty or violence. You need to understand. You need to understand first the land that you're stepping in. And you're stepping into a land that has been brainwashed, slattered, stolen, raped, and continue to steal. Corruption, cartels. You need to understand that. And there's people like, you think that I'm the only one. You guys think that I'm the only one that feels like that. Man, there's worse guys than me. That they feel that they're really radical. Extremely radical. Nationalists, that they're really radical. That they love this flag like you don't even imagine. Man, I've been talking to soldiers that they hate this that is happening. But I'm not the only one. You think guys think that I'm the only one. No, I'm not. You don't see them there because they don't want to cause a scene. But you don't see them there. But there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. Hope that I can talk to you one day. And we can sit down at a table. Without screaming. Without yelling. And you can understand my point of view. Like you said. El respeto al derecho ajeno es la paz. You said it the other day. You're really smart. El respeto al derecho ajeno es la paz. The respect for other humans' right is the peace. You're in my land. Respect my right, and I will respect yours. Respect my right, and I will respect yours. And we will make peace. Do things right. And we will do it either. We will do it also. Because only thing that we've been doing is exposing what is happening. And it is a reality. There is a problem over here. There is a problem over here. And you guys know it. And how all this, after all that I told you, after all that I just told you, how they're trying to shut me up. Nope. That's not going to work. Whether you sit down and talk civilly, or whether you do things right. And that's it. And I'm talking to you with all respect. And to the lady with the bus that is putting a restraining order, don't really, your restraining order is whatever you want to do. But I'm just telling you right now, if you don't want me close to your bus, if it isn't a private property, believe me, I will be outside on the street. I won't be interfering inside your bus. Really, again, no. Don't even worry about it. Don't sweat it. I got what I needed. And that shelter is on a public street. Believe me, if you guys don't want to leave me, you guys don't want to let me in the shelter, I won't. But you guys want to put a restraining order for me to be away from the shelter. Why? I haven't. It's the first time. Look, it's the first time that I've gone to that shelter, and you guys are putting a restraining order. A restraining order. Why are you guys hiding over there? Look at that, huh? You only want journalists that they're talking beautiful things about all the things that they're happening in that shelter. But it's the first time that I go over there and you're putting a restraining order. Look at that. That's something, huh? We're not going to stop. And I'm always respectful. And I've always been respectful. I approach you really respectfully. And to the lawyer from El Otro Lado, when you messaged me, you were pretty rude. And I responded you really respectfully. You're pretty rude also. Respond to you pretty respectfully. I'm not like you. And your thing right there with your Enclave Caracol that is called is not relevant for me. That is not the problem. That is where all your documentation is, when you're doing your things and all that stuff. It's not relevant, really. You're not relevant. That building is not. What is relevant is what they're doing with the people. That is relevant. You forget the number one purpose. That is boots on the ground. What is happening in the reality where they're suffering. That is the reality. So I just want to tell you guys how all these characters they're attacking, and plus you add organizations, and plus you add this and you add that, and you get it all together. And now imagine if all these organizations start getting information from the trolls. What does that tell you? It tells you something, right? It tells you what? Come together right now over me. It tells you that they're like this. And this is why they concern of a Mexican guy. Why are they so concerned of a Tijuana citizen? Why? Why those trolls and those organizations don't attack people in the U.S.? Why me? Why not other journalists from Tijuana? Why me? And the most funny thing is going to be when all these trolls and all these organizations get together. And everybody, they already know. But everybody's going to know more now. That you are all of these trolls from the left. And you're paid to do this. It looks like, smells like, and it gives you a feeling like. It kind of like, looks like, smells like, and it gives you the feeling like it is. I'm trying to. Un saludo cordial desde el Boulevard Cocopá. Blue, eres lo máximo. Muchas gracias, Ana. Say hello to Anna right there. She's saying that she likes my show. Thank you so much, Anna. So I wanted to tell you guys that is really important for you guys to see. Really, it's something important like Cindy does. Cindy does a magnificent show about how all is tied up together. Cindy is really smart, man. She's really smart. She's up there. She really is out. I can't compete with that brain that she has. Really, she's out there. And Duke also. They're really meticulous with everything. They're like, let me see this guy. Why is he wearing that hat? And that hat, he was wearing it. Where have I seen that hat? That hat, I seen it in 19. Let me go back to where it originated and who bought it. Man, they're like that. I'm like, damn, man. They're really smart. I'm just the guy that goes and reports. Really, I'm just that guy. Why are you so afraid of me? Why? Why you have never approached me to talk? Now you want to talk? I don't want to talk. Really, I don't. You guys continue to do the same thing. I will do the same thing also. So questions, everybody that wants to ask, I'm right here for everybody. I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News. I just elaborated a little bit, a little bit, that we have right here all the things that we are going to talk about in the next few weeks. That we have really important information for you guys about how all of it is collided and all connects to Hollywood and all that stuff. Really, it's wow, man. I'm just whoo. Man, I was surprised the other day with the guy that we're having charge right here that is investigating. I was like, wow, man, you are really something, man. Where do you got all this stuff? Pictures and from before and after and all this. I'm like, man, damn. How everything is connected. And it's really amazing how everything is connected. So, whatever questions, what do you think about the scandal in Puerto Rico? I need to read more about it so we can talk about it. And Melina, I will read about it. Let me just read about it more so I can, do the whole subject. We love what you do and Anthony do for us. Thank you so much. Also, follow my partner, Conservative Anthony, as he's running for Congress of District 16. And he's trying to do the best job that he can to be the congressman that everybody wants. It's really important that you guys follow him. Hollywood is going down. No, man, that is a demonic power. It's just it's almost impossible, but yes, it's an idea. Thank you for the truth and all you do for your country. Thank you so much. The rabbit hole is deep. Yes, it is deep. Like that big cup of coffee. Yes, I bought this when I was in Tapachula. It says Tapachula right there. Look at that. Tapachula. Okay, thank you for all you're doing and speaking. Thank you so much. Karen Jones, you couldn't pay me enough money to do your job. My blood pressure will be through the roof. God bless you. Where can I find this Cindy girl? Cecilia Sainz. Let me see if my moderator can pin the page of Cindy Gomez Shemp, but follow her at Mexican Crossing Lines. That is the page. It's called A Mexican Crossing Lines with Duke and Cindy Gomez Shemp. Shemp, I don't know how to spell it, but I think it's CHEMP, something like that. Yes, I'm really bad with her last name, but it's Cindy Gomez Shemp and Duke Gomez Shemp. That is his accent. This is Cindy Gomez Shemp, and then Duke goes, "This is Duke Gomez Shemp." He has a really deep, sexy voice. I want to give a shout out to Duke, man. Duke, you're my man, Duke. You my man. You're the man. I messaged you about supplies for Unime. Okay. Oh, that's great. Janice Schoen. Let us. Yes, I will answer. I will answer the question. I will answer a question, or I will answer your comment in a few seconds as soon as I'm finished the feed. All I can say is that thank you, Anthony, for all you and Anthony for all the things and bringing us the truth. Thank you so much. That cup of coffee will last me all day. Iran has taken 4 ships. They are forcing U.S. into war. Yes, they are. I don't know what's the whole deal over there, but let's just pray that everything it doesn't end in a war. They go deep into the rabbit hole. Okay, thank you. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I'm yawning over here. Had a long night. Questions, everyone, before I go. When you do research Puerto Rican politics, please read Anthony's thread and see how people view American from Puerto Rico. Okay. Follow X22 report on YouTube. All right. Don Funny. Stay safe, Oscar. There are bad people out there that wouldn't want that info out. Yes, I know. Oh, here's a person. My life it is got an echo and I can't get rid of it. Oh, put headphones. And yeah. Karen Lee Lovelace. America loves you and Anthony. Thank you so much. Reva Edwards. God is using Anthony and Oscar for witnessing, showing us the truth. And God bless you both. Have a good day, Oscar. Thank you. Obama is going over and advising them. I don't think that he's doing that, but I think that he's one of the reasons they started. Thanks for your work. Stay humble and keep it real. Thank you so much, Richard. Oscar, my husband asked me to tell you hi for him. Oh, what's up? Tell him what's up to your husband, Miss Barbara. This is the things that everybody says that my whole audience is women. And they have insulted my audience. All these trolls, they have insulted my audience. They have said, they're all middle-aged women, and they all, I'm a charmer. I'm a charmer. I'm not a charmer, man. Look at me, man. Am I a charmer? What the hell? I'm no Mexican Brad Pitt, man. Get the hell out of here, man. Like, what's up with that? I'm a charmer. What's up with that, man? We got fellas, man, in the room, but they don't opinion, man. We got fellas in the room. They're watching the feed, but they're with their wives, and they're working. It's really different audience. Every audience is different, but I got fellas, and I got a bunch of messages from them all the time and on inbox. Hey, where you going, man? Hey, when are you going to go to this place? Hey, when are you going to this place? They're like, I'm a charmer. Let me get my notes. Oh my God, man. Let me just, I was just laughing about that. Let us go back. Peace and love, man. Peace and love. Oscar, they want to use El Chapo's money to build a wall. What do you think? Seli Luyong, it was the guy's name, the Chinese, that it was trafficking thousands of fentanyl, something like that, and they confiscated I don't know how many billions of dollars right here in Mexico. The ex-president Felipe Calderon said, that money was directed for programs for kids and educations. Where is it? You have possession of that money. Why are you not doing nothing about that money? Unbelievable. So that money was destined for that, and the president right now is not doing anything about it. That tells you a lot about, the money that is destined for the Chapo's money, that they're talking about. That is, where is it? Nobody knows where it is. So I don't know if there's an arrangement with that money. Practically, when you're talking about that amount of quantity, there's always an arrangement with the person that is speaking or the person that is giving out where is the money. So it's always an arrangement. There's always an arrangement. Yeah, there's no echo. I know. There's no echo. Tracy Villanueva Monarres. And also I want to address the people that are saying, you blocked me and, it's because I was saying this and I was saying the truth. We have screenshots of the people that were blocked, and there's specific reasons why they are blocked. And if you guys want me to unblock and want to come back to the show, just send me a private message and let me just say, okay, you did this. What's up with you? There's reasons why they're blocked. There's really reasons why. Like there's people that get off this feed and then they go to another feed and they're insulting in that feed, and then they want to come back and be like, oh, you know what? He blocked me because I'm spreading the truth. What truth? Insulting us, insulting my persona. Like that is the truth. Aren't you supposed to be focusing on the migration issue, on the influx of migrants, on the problem of poverty in your country and in my country? Are you not supposed to be concerned about that issue? What truth? Talking about me is the trending thing. Talking about me and spreading the truth about how they're cons, they're taking advantage of women. Talking about that all the time is the truth. So I'm just concerned about that. And also, we have people that they are not on the feed because they go on other people's feeds and they insult, and then they come back and then they go and then they insult, and like there's you can't, and this feed you can't be bashing whether we have a bad relationship or not with whatever person around Mexico and around the United States. Whether you have a bad relationship with that person in my feed, you're not going to be allowed to be bashing that person. No. Second of all, you need to be respectful when there's minors. That is a really delicate situation right there. Delicate situation. You have to be really respectful when you're talking about minors. So, it's kind of like you got to be one-on-one. So you want me to respect your comments, but if I fire back and I retaliate, you will consider it as slandering. So what's the whole deal right there? I don't understand. Like they're acting like a certain type of people. So you want to criticize me on another page, but if I go and message you, hey, what's up with this? And boom, I send you a screenshot. Like, oh my God, you're slandering me now. You're threatening me. Like, what the hell, man? You're talking bad about me. So what the hell? I don't understand. Like, what the? It's like, where's some? So, that is the problem, with the trolls. That is a problem, specific problem. Thank you, Oscar. My kids listen to you and read what other people write on here. Thank you so much. Rosie Manuel, God bless you. Blue, be safe. Thank you so much for your time and all you do and telling us the truth about everything that's going on. Thank you so much. Who cares? Okay. Oh no, you're replying to somebody. I'm sorry. I'm minding my own. Let me mind my own business, man. That is your thing. I share your words by sharing your live feed. You are doing wonderful work. God bless you. Thank you so much. I've started having my daughter watching you, and she loves it. Oh, thank you so much, Mary Hall. Thank you so much. Say hello to your daughter also for me. Diane, a barber. Hi, Oscar. Hi, Diane. How you doing? Karen Jones, I stand with hashtag I stand with Oscar. That's great. Here's one of the fellas, Alan Martini. What's up, big dog? We all don't want the drama, no drama song. Yes. We're all for work, man. Tara Gomez. Thank you, Oscar, for everything you do as exposing New Mexico as well. So appreciate it. God blessings. Thank you so much. How can we get more money to you? That is a problem that I want to address. Another thing that pretty much that we're right here on the feed. I don't ask for money. If you guys really, I live right now. This is my job. Freelancing and doing the reporting. It's my job, really. It's my job. And as I'm growing as an independent reporter, it is my job. I need to cover a lot of things. So I go every day and I do live feeds and I cover, stories. And it's all on what the people contribute to me. I live out of that. People want to contribute $1. That's okay. If people don't want to contribute, well, that means that I need to step up my game. And I need to work more. And I need to be doing like more journalism. And I need to do this and do that, I need to be working harder. So that's what we're doing. Sometimes I stay up to 2, 3 o'clock in the morning reading and making notes. Love your life eats, and today is my birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you, and have a great birthday. I know, but want to give you because you give us the truth. Okay, Melissa Evo. If I don't know if my moderator, if she wants to pin my PayPal, so you can go right there. Thank you so much for everybody that is helping me out. Thank you. Not begging for money like people saying. I just explained to everybody what I do. So you can go to my page. There's my PayPal also. A new caravan coming. Yes, on the 1st of August. On the 1st of August is coming. Supposedly, but I don't think that is going to be next road trip. I don't know about. Would you be okay if I if I started a GoFundMe account? Excuse me. If you started a GoFundMe account for what? No. Next road trip. Next road trip. I'm hoping this next month it will be a good way. For no, it's not okay. No, I don't want no GoFundMe. I don't want no GoFunds. Not to do anything with GoFund. And we're not starting no GoFund to raise money. No, thank you. No, thank you. You got my PayPal right there, and you can if you want to contribute, there's my PayPal. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. No GoFund, please. Ebola. What have you heard? Supposedly that you go to the health department and they don't tell you absolutely nothing about it. So I'm waiting on an analysis that one of the nurses that is my friend, she probably is going to go to work on Sunday night, and that is when she's going to try to get in there and see if it is actually an Ebola case. So when we find out on Sunday night, I will tell you guys. Also, we were talking about the 1st of August. Yes, the caravan probably is going to get stopped. We don't know that yet. The National Guard is over there. I hope that it gets stopped. And I hope that I'll talk to Carlos tonight and ask him what's going on over there. Have you met Tijuana's governor? I think he's against the caravans in TJ. Have you met Tijuana's governor? No, he's not against the caravans in TJ. He's in favor of the caravans in TJ. He is a socialist governor, and he is for pro-migrant. So I'm not agreeing with him at all. He's best friends with the president of the the Mexico. He's best friends with the president of Mexico. So, that is the problem. Oh, have you met the mayor? Tijuana's mayor. Okay. The Tijuana mayor, I haven't met him. Who I met the other day was the ex-candidate for governor from here, from Baja California. I met him. And also I met, one of the head of the districts right here, one of the 9 district right here at Tijuana. I haven't met the mayor. I met him once, but it was just like a handshake, and then he went away. I just said to him when he was walking away, and I told him, who I was. I shook his hand, and I told him, you're the only one that is fighting this. And he said, thank you so much. And that was it. The time that I met him, he was kind of busy, and he had like a whole, bodyguards around him. So that was the only time. Also, I met the ex-candidate for governor. He has really good propositions for for his next candidacy, to work hard, and to prevent influx of migrants also over here in the city, and to concentrate mostly on people that they really want to stay here, and they are not just staying and going, staying and going, staying and going. And also, that guy from District 9, the youngest winner from District 9, this particular fellow, he has really important, subjects that he wants to address about immigration also, but he needs to have the federal funds so he can start working on that. If he doesn't have the federal funds, it's all centralized, so that probably they're trying to do that for us to be staying as neutral as possible, and the migration issue to be controlled, and to they will make it a crisis. And when they make it a crisis, they will let go of the fund, and then the other fund that they're going to ask for it, they're going to put it in their pockets. So that is the main situation. It's a strategy, but a lot of people know what is going on. Okay, people, I'm about to leave now the feed. It was really nice talking to you guys. I wanted to talk about the situation of the activism that whatever restraining order that it got for me to stay away. I don't know, 15-mile radius, they said. And also, those activists, that they are in, what is his name? In the Chaparral. There's one of them that is reasonable, that I will reason to talk, and to, talk about what is their expectations and what are they doing over here, because really they have been, affecting in a way. And I really don't like that. Really, I don't like it. And for me to keep peace, they want me to shut up and they want me to stop this. Let's just, let's see what you're about, and you guys know what I'm about, and we respect each other, and that's it. You do you, I do me. I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News. Follow my partner, Conservative Anthony, as he is running for Congress. Man, he is. he's the John John. He's the John John, man. He's the John John. Remember John Kennedy, man? Remember John Kennedy? Guy was handsome as hell, huh? John Kennedy, handsome as hell. Guy walking around in New York. Guy John Kennedy, man, he used to, if he wears some beat up sandals, he used to make him look good, man. John was like, he just like put a beat up shirt and he would look good. John Kennedy, and that's Anthony. That's my boy right there, man. That's my boy. That's the John of El Paso. He's a good looking guy, man. He's a good looking guy. And he's running for Congress. Support him, please. Support him as he's running for Congress. He's trying to do the best that he can to do the best for his city. He just did a magnificent thing the other day. He took water to the homeless, and it was pretty amazing to see the homeless and say, we don't want food, we want water. So that is amazing when you hear a person like that say, we don't want food, we want water. Like, wow, that is amazing. It gets you right there in the head, like, wow, damn, man. The hell with the food, man. Like, we want water. That's amazing. And he's doing that, helping the homeless. Not only helping the homeless veterans. That is amazing work. That's what my partner is focusing more for everybody to know. He's focusing on not what they say on social media, because they're repeating themselves again, the record and all that stuff. And, oh, my God, he was this, he was that, and he almost, he was driving and blah, blah, blah. All that stuff is like, oh, my God, so washed up. So they're focusing on that. And Anthony really concentrated on what Congress people need to do. Boots on the ground. Boots on the ground. Work for the people on the ground. Not social media. Work for the people on the ground. That's what he's concentrating on. That is what he's going to do. That is what he's going to do. He's not going to be a congressman that is just going to wear a tie. No, he's going to get out there and work for the homeless people. Go over there. I'm hungry. Let me see what I can do for you. I don't got a job. Let me see if I can get you one. Work on the ground. People want solutions. They don't want promises. They want solutions. Solutions and solutions now. They don't want, oh, well, I promise you that I will take this $4.7 trillion and invest. Like, they don't want that. They want, like, hey, man, what can you do for me? Like, right now, I got my kids starving right now. My family's homeless. The city's looking awful. We don't got no jobs, man. What can you do, man? And Anthony wants to do that. Like, I can do this for you, man. I can help you out with this, help you out with that. The necessities of the people. More important than addressing stupid things on social media. Let's just address the reality of the problem and concentrate on the necessities of the American people of El Paso. So I want to say thank you to everybody. I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News. Man. I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News, man. You remember Cheech and Chong? Oscar Blue for Border Network News, man. Remember what he used to do, man? Have a great afternoon. Have a great evening. Probably we will see each other later on this afternoon and do some more reporting for you guys. Thank you so much for everything that you guys are doing. God bless you and stay safe. And always remember peace and love, everybody, because always your country is first.